Here we are at the lovely Episcopalian Church in Highland Park, named after the angels, which of course Los Angeles is named after the angels. So this is really quite a lovely church. It has some beautiful rock work and many interesting dormers on the windows, as well as having very interesting porte cochere at the front that has sort of a rolled type of roof. It's a distinctive style, I think from the late 1800s, and it's been well preserved. The clock at the top, of course, is new. So also of interest is the tree, which casts shadows on the church. So you can see the porte cochere off to the right over here. And so it's an interesting church. Let's just look at the front of it so we have it. I'm not going to paint the front because the light's sort of wrong. This area here is more interesting, and because of the lights and shadows. But you'll see that it has sort of a Tudor style later on. As we come around the corner, you'll see that some of these are actually Tudor style, which is from the English Tudor, named after the Tudor monarchy, of which Henry VIII and Elizabeth were part of it. And you can see part of that roof is slate roof, which on the other part it's not, it's been replaced. So let's go over and see where we paint and pick out a painting location. Thank you. Here we are at the place I've chosen to paint the Angels Church, and you can see there's a lot of dramatic shadows and a very interesting shadows in the porte cochere and on those ceiling tiles. So come join me and we'll see what I painted. Thank you so much for visiting me today, and let's look at the painting and we'll talk about it briefly. It's interesting, this part of the roof line is lower than the other part, and I sort of like that in this, and I took advantage of that in the composition. You'll notice I put a bright light, sort of a yellow Naples, on some of this, including the porte cochere, and also I painted the dormers with sort of shadows on this side. This is the little angel here, but it's hard to tell it's an angel. It looks more like a heart with the wings. I was originally going to have the tree shaped like the same heart-shaped thing, but I wanted to break it a little just so you could see a corner of the clock there. You'll notice that a lot of these are heavier at the top and they come down on thinner sort of supports. It's rather an interesting sort of thing. I like in particular sort of the shadows here and here cast by the tree on the stone. This is sort of a piece of sandstone that sticks up on the side and then goes across the roof line. So I made that brighter so your eye is led to that. There is a tree right here hugging the side of the painting that's sort of an eye stopper. You'll notice that most of those shadows are lead-in shadows coming this way, and I've sort of preserved some of the circularity of the driveway so that your eye moves around. In the trees, I've made them pretty dark in the background so that the church sort of has a nice bright, even though this is sort of a gray color, it looks brighter than the trees in the background. And so that was on purpose. So thank you so much for joining me, and of course you can see my stuff at markhafmanfinearts.com. Thank you. Have a great day.